I will never change, baby girl. Yo, you gotten worse. So about the suicide, thinking we can make it work. My Harley Quinn gets it in. This joker really went berserk. Go near her and try to flirt. Cast your nephew in the dirt. You getting murked and beheaded. From you to our wedding, everyone dying, but they won't make it up to heaven. Can't have you, then no one will. Baby girl, you know it's real when it comes to you. Anybody can't kill. Look at what you did to me. I thought we had a history. I thought that we was floating. We was drowning in our misery. How was you there? You didn't care or do shit for me. All you did was picture me. You could have been friends with me. Now I got it, crush the dream. Happiness ain't what it seems. Life is funny like a meme. Love to get you high like me. There's nothing left in between. I'm separating self-esteem. My colors played out. My children gotta get it straight.
Goes out, must come down. Spinning any other way. Our love has been played out. Like you are never gonna change. No, no, never gonna change. Never gonna change.
I can't relax or enjoy. Stupid bitch won't leave you for she's someone that I can't avoid. She's crazy when she gets annoyed. You're crazy, schizophrenic. Bumped in this shit, I'm serious. Trust me, I know her. Ain't no saving this bitch. Put a knife in her hand, she starts slicing her ribs. If she ain't scared to die, she ain't taking your shit. And once you piss her off, you better get you a brick. She's a walking time bomb. Every second she sits. She's over meds, hanging from the ceiling, creeping with the lead. Talk for me, she'll leave you dead. I'm angry cause her eyes are red. Ups and downs through the town, now we living underground. Here the rain is under pounds. I thought you knew we the crew. Fuck what I'm killing you. Our love is played out, ma. Don't mean I ain't feeling you. Let's make it steam. As a team, we can blow the roof. It's me and you against the world. Baby girl, you know it's true.
Goes out, must come down. Spinning any other way. Our love has been played out. Like you, never gonna change. No. Never gonna change.
What you're looking at is the definition of for real. Ride or die. Some days I feel like I wanna snap the connection. Those dark always fucked and it blows my mind. This bitch in my lap and the passenger seat turns it up the lap. We getting high from VA to the Bronx, sort of back to the down 95. And he tries to do motherfucking crazy with the passion that he brings, I can't deny. So he tells me, Mom, you trying to believe I'm taking that dive. Bring the word as I think, and we think of the night as better and go. I am a Harley Quinn, we're talking about a piece with me in the box. It's live.
Goes out, must come down. Spinning any other way. Our love has been played out. Like you, never gonna change. No, never gonna change. Never gonna change.
Yo, 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 yo. What the fuck is up, everyone? You all already know who this be. This is Mr. D to the O to the N to the C to the H to the A to the O to the S. And if you don't know, now you know. That was the track Mr. and Mrs. Suicide by the one and only Flago Flames and our guest tonight, the one and only lovely Miss ROXXI Red.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing well. A little cold.
Right? Winter's crazy as shit.
Oh my god, it's been terrible this year.
Here, we haven't been getting snow. It's just been dry as fuck.
Where are you?
Colorado.
You haven't had snow? That's surprising.
We've had a little bit, just not a lot. We usually don't start to get a bunch of snow until like January and March.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But winter here is quite normal.
We got hit with that, was it the cyclone, the snow cyclone thing, whatever. We didn't get that much snow. It's just been incredibly cold.
Oh, yeah. My family told because I have family that used to work in DC.
Mm-hmm.
One of them actually used to help be a speech writer for one of the presidents. I don't remember which one it was. I'm like, that's cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. So I'll have to ask him.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, we finally are getting this interview out of the way. What's up, everyone in the chat?
Yes. Hold on 1 second. Hey, is that y'all's? No, I was trying to figure out whose it belonged to. I was gonna take it in there. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Just don't steal it. Sorry. So I've been watching this person's wallet outside the car next to me. They left and somebody just came and picked it up. Hopefully they ain't stealing it. I don't know.
So let's get into the interview. The first question I'm gonna ask is, well, obviously you're a juggalo, so why don't you tell everyone how you discover ICP and the wicked shit?
It was kind of funny because I was totally sheltered from all of that when I was growing up. And so I think I was about 17 years old, and somebody had I was giving somebody a ride, and they put the Great Malenko on in my car, and they're like, listen to the Nedden game, it's so funny. And I was like, oh, okay. And then they got out the car and they left the CD in, and this was during a really, really dark period of my life. And so they left the CD in there, and I just kind of let it keep playing. And I think it was Boogie Woogie Woo that I heard that song, and then I just put it on repeat for probably the next several days. And it was just it was music I'd never really heard that kind of music before, but it was it just kind of spoke to something inside of me. It was all this darkness that was in my head and in my soul or whatever. And it was just the music just really, really spoke to me. So I didn't know any other juggalos. The person who introduced me to the music, I don't believe was a juggalo. They so it's for a long time I was just kind of rocking it by myself for probably about 6 years before I ever actually met any other juggalos who were into it. And by that point I was just already hooked.
Stop calling me people.
I'm sitting there watching. Those people did steal that woman's wallet. That's so rude.
Wow, that's sad.
They just stopped and picked it up next to me. I was like, oh, is that y'all's? And they were like, no, we're going to take it inside. And then they just drove off. That was rude.
Wow. Greatness live on YouTube.
Right? All right then.
You should have told them, hey, you're live. We can use this.
Oh, I know. I should have got him on camera, just in case.
Have you ever seen that video where they open the movie truck to make it these people are going to steal stuff, and then they lock the door on them, and then they start driving like crazy?
No, you just have me a link to that. So that's funny.
It's fucking hilarious. I was like, oh, that is funny.
Yeah, definitely send me a link to that.
Yeah. So yeah, what got you inspired in writing music?
Well, I've been writing since I was a kid. I remember in middle school, I was named poet laureate of my school because I was such a writer back then. But for the longest time, I didn't write music because all my music came out really, really heavy, kind of an Evanescence type of vibe. And at that point in time, that's not what I was going for. So I just kind of stopped writing music for forever unless I was with another producer who could kind of keep me on track. It wasn't until about a year and a half ago that I actually started writing music again. And then it just kind of it's I'd had writer's block for so long. And then suddenly it was just it all just kind of came in waves. And now, well, I'm waiting to put my EP out, but I've got about 24 songs written. It just kind of keeps coming.
Nice. When can we expect that to be released?
Well, I was trying to put out an entire album at once, and then I realized how expensive it was to put out an entire album at once. So I believe the EP should be released the beginning of March is my goal, and that'll be called Shades of Red. And I'm not sure. I haven't decided which songs to put on it yet, but you should be definitely. There'll be several projects by me coming out this year.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely post a link to all that stuff.
Thank you.
Welcome. Also, you recently, this past year, you did your speech at the attend the march and you got to give a speech. Tell everyone that wasn't there how that was.
It was nerve-wracking. I definitely hadn't slept the night before. I was so nervous. I mean, it was really exciting to be able to tell my story to that many people. It was hard to necessarily put that much of my personal life like on public display. As far as because my story had to do with my criminal record as opposed to just being like some innocent bystander. There was like a lot of questions associated with my particular story. So I ended up having to really, really put my shit out there in a way that I didn't necessarily want to do. I feel like it was therapeutic for me, and I feel like it did help people. So I'm glad that I did it. As far as speaking to the march itself, it was really incredible, and like just the support that I've gotten leading up to it and at the time and since has been really great. Like I love this community so much.
That was brought to you, made by this stream, was made by the one and only CarnivalSpirits' own Beastmaster. He was actually the one who actually took that picture of you.
Okay.
So you probably met him, and you know, we got close connections with CPN. That's our boy. That's our dude.
Yeah, CPN's awesome.
Which he's in the chat right now. What up, CPN?
What up, CPN?
What's up, motherfucker?
This guy. I'm not super happy with CPN right now, actually, after like making me in his contest.
Triggered, y'all.
Slightly. I just always see my face next to Chuck's.
That's a total like, whoa, why?
It's like, okay, I got you.
Like, I remember actually the first time I ever found out about it, I think one of your videos was posted on like Strange Music's like live form streams. It was like you doing your cover of Worldwide Choppers.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was on there. I found it afterward. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Because then when I seen you again, I'm like, where have I seen this girl? And then I went back and I'm like, that's where I seen her. Tech9 shared her cover of Worldwide Choppers.
Yeah, that was cool shit. Like, I didn't even know until people told me about it later after it had been up for a while.
Yeah, that happened to me one time. Like, I did a review on Prozac. Someone was like, dude, Prozac just shared your review. I'm like, really? Shit.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I was like, and ever since then, I'm like, wow, this chick has got like actual real talent.
Thank you. Yeah, I was like, you know, that was before, like, when I started doing those covers, I'd never actually, like, tried rapping on my own. It just kind of seemed like a novelty to me, but, like, I used to have, like, a fun time just, like, covering other people's. And then one day I was like, I wonder if I could do this. And I was like, kind of.
So what would be probably your, like, musical influences?
Wow, geez, I have so many. Honestly, Chris Calico is a huge influence of mine. Just because like he and I come from such a similar background musically, as far as like having grown up in the choir and doing all that and having like really heavy harmonic songs and then also rapping. But I would also say Amy Winehouse is a huge influence of mine. And also, oh, I can't think of her name right now. Adele and us. Oops, sorry. It's another product. Oh, look, these people are getting in this car with a stolen wallet. I don't know if I should tell them these people just jacked their wallet or not.
Hey, you should go, hey, hi.
I'm waiting for you to come around this side. Yeah, I probably should. Anyway.
And if you could work with like an artist or group, dead or alive or both, who would you pick?
Probably Chris Calico, or really anybody on the Strange Music label. Like, I would love to do a song with either Chris or Tech.
Well, we could try to make that happen, or if you keep grinding.
That's the goal. That's the goal. If I could aspire, like, because I would like to start my own label, but if I was going to aspire to be on anybody else's, it would definitely be Strange.
Oh yeah, I'm really a big supporter of Strange. They're really big here in Colorado.
I love Strange, and then I watch what they're doing with like trying to incorporate like the pop music into it with Mackenzie and what is their pop the male group Under Waves or something with waves in it.
Yeah, they're like an alternative rock group.
Right. Like I feel like I'm like oh, just come talk to me. I can bridge this for you.
Yeah, Mackenzie O'Gwen, she's got talent. She's definitely got a good
She's got a great voice.
I also look up to Travis as a businessman.
Yeah, very much so. All right, hold on. Let me tell this guy real quick. Somebody stole his wallet. Hold on. Sir. Hi. Can you really? Hi. There was a wallet here that was on the floor, and it was said something about if the shoe fits on it. I was watching to see where you came out of. Somebody picked it up because they said they were bringing it inside, but I think they took off with it, and I don't know if that came out of this car or not. Okay. Mine's in my pocket. Okay, good. Just wanted to check. You're welcome. Have a good day. Okay. Apparently, somebody else has stolen wallet. It's all good though. Sorry about that. I'm back.
Oh, you're good. So you also, if you're free to talk about it, like with your experience with Violent J and Psychopathic, are you allowed to talk about that?
I mean, I don't see. Nobody told me that I can't. It was very much like when I went out there, my girl was talking to Ouija, so it was very much a right place, right time kind of incident that she was already going to see him, and we were in Michigan, and they were like, "Hey, we need a female for some like real simple backing vocals," and my girl was like, "Hey, ROXXI can do it. She's a singer," so I did that, and it's kind of funny to me, like all the speculation that has come afterward, because when I was there, everybody was so professional and super nice. And so all this, like, ROXXI was fucking with Ouija or Jay or da 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 da, it seems like a little, I don't know, it's just crazy to me just because it was such a professional situation. And Jay was super nice. He didn't know who I was at the time. And my friend told him, she spoke at your march. She was one of these girls that was affected by this and this and that. He told me what an honor it was to have me in the studio. And at that point in time, I expected that we would be doing further work in the future after the freak out with Blase. I don't know if that will happen now. But either way, it was an amazing experience that I'm glad that I was able to have.
Well, you definitely got our full support here at Carnival Spirits.
Thank you so much. But it was cool though. So I mean, now we're just like, kind of like waiting to see like when the album comes out. Like I won't even know. It's like I've been told that they deleted the vocals, and then I've been told that they haven't. So I guess I'll find out same time everybody else does.
Nice. Since you are Juggalo, what would probably be your very first ever event that you ever went to?
Honestly, like it was like I was a fan a long time before I ever got to go to any shows. My first show was the American Psycho tour in Richmond. And then after that, I didn't go to anything else until, what was it? Gathering 2013, the last one in Cave and Rock. And then after that, I was just so hooked that I just started going to everything. But yeah, it took me a while before I never really had been to shows. Like other than like, I think I'd seen like Michelle Branch and then ICP. Like I hadn't really been to concerts like that much. Until I got into the Juggalo scene, and then I was just like totally in love with it.
Yeah, I recently finally got to meet them for the first time after I've been listening to them since a kid last year.
Right? Yeah, I hadn't met any of them. Well, not really on Psychopathic so much. Like I'd met like Hoodoo and stuff at the March, but like as far as like ICP, I hadn't met any of them until I went out there and recorded for them. So that was kind of intimidating.
So fuck what you people have heard. Some of us have actually personally met them and talked to them, and they're motherfuckers. Fuck what you heard.
Yeah, they're super chill. I still haven't met Shaggy. Shaggy was not there when I recorded. But Jay was super chill. Sugar Slam was super chill. Everyone was really nice.
So what would probably be something you'd want people to notice about your music, or where would you like to take your music?
Know about my music? Well, I mean, I think that I don't really know. Like, my music goes in so many different directions. Like, I've been doing some things that I feel like are more for my fans in the underground. But I've been working a lot with Austin Bello. He was from a band, Forever the Sickest Kids, which was like this emo band in like the early 2000s. That was with Universal. That was really big. So I've been doing a lot of work with him lately as far as like licensing goes for like movies and television. So a lot of my music is very mainstream, and then a lot of it doesn't fit in at all. So I've kind of been put into this like weird place where so much of my music is mainstream, but so much of my fan base is not. Or I've done a couple covers of Spanish songs translated into English, and then I've got this large fan base in a lot of Spanish speaking countries. So it's like from here, it's like I almost get stuck myself on like which direction to go, because like I love singing so many different genres, and I love hip hop, and I love all kinds of different things, and it's like trying to figure out, I guess, which avenue to focus on. Um, but yeah, I guess if I could tell anybody anything, it'd be just don't sleep on me. I got a lot of stuff in the works that I don't talk about.
And I think that's what makes a good artist, when they do a variety in their music.
Right. Well, I mean, I enjoy so much because like singing is always like rapping now is a lot of fun for me, but singing has always been my shit ever since I was like a little kid. You know, but I grew up in opera and Broadway and choral music, so it's all very different for me. And if you ever hear me sing, I've got like a there's so much vibrato, I guess, from being an opera singer primarily, and so it's kind of cool being able to explore all these different genres and to have people that support me regardless of which way I go.
I've always told people, I'm like, yeah, I'm a juggalo, but I am a lover of music in general because it's a big part of my life.
And I think that there's so many juggalos that do feel that way. Like, you know, it was kind of like I had never originally marketed to juggalos. Like, you know, prior to the diss track, I really didn't at all, because I just didn't think that they would be interested in what it was that I was doing. And I was totally wrong. And it's kind of cool because then after I came out, like I've had so many juggalos go back and listen to like my opera stuff or to like my just whatever, any kind of songs I've done. And they're like, I love this. And I'm like, you know, I really had some people pegged wrong. Like I really didn't think that they would support, you know, more of my lyrical stuff. And it's been really cool to see how vast people's musical preferences are.
Well, you got good talent, so keep up the good.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course, you know, I recently interviewed your boy Fuego Flames also. Fuego, shouts the Spanish side.
Yes. Yeah, it was a great interview.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to do a follow-up interview where we're going to try to make me interview the whole Spanish side. I don't know how we're going to happen, or you never know, maybe a misery
awesome.
interview might happen.
That would be really cool.
We got connections.
Connected. Oh yeah. Yeah, Fuego's good people. He'd hit me up. He'd heard my my diss track originally, and then he'd hit me up actually about the Mr. and Mrs. Suicide song. He was like, "Look, I got a track," and I was assuming he was hitting me up for a hook, because that's what generally people hit me up for. He was like, "No, I got a verse on this. I'd love for you to do." So that was actually the first song that we did together, and you know, it hadn't been released because his album hadn't been, and then we just ended up doing a few more songs together after that.
So yeah, make sure you guys go pick up that Psycho EP.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that.
So how did you end up getting connected with like Spanish side and stuff?
Well, he just hit me up because he'd heard my diss track and I guess thought it was funny. So it was funny. He'd hit me up and then we just kind of started talking. We started working on this track together, and then he and I just ended up becoming like really good friends after that. And you know, I got to know the rest of the Spanish side, and you know, they're cool. Oh shit, sorry, they're cool people. Yeah, I caught that. Oh. All right, cool. I thought I hit the end button by mistake.
Thanks. If you all have any questions in the chat, let us know. Also, you recently did a track with like our also CarnivalSpirits fellow member Snaps in the chat.
Yeah.
Snaps is
Hey,
fucking
Snaps.
true.
Snaps is my girl. I love her. She's cool as shit. We weren't gonna do that. Like, it was funny because like everybody in the chat, I think we're on CPN's chat, everyone's like, "You have to do a Chuck diss." And at first I was like, "No, I'm not gonna give him a platform." And then I was like, "You know what? But this would be hilarious. Let's just go ahead and do it." So we had a lot of fun doing that one.
Right, that was very interesting.
Interesting's a good word for it. We had so much fun.
So yeah, is there anything new that you want to plug in?
Well, other than the EP that's about to be coming out, I've got a couple collabs in the works. My EP. Actually, I don't know that anything. I've got a bad habit of announcing things before I should announce them. So maybe I should not make this announcement yet. I will. I may have some news for you. I'll have to get back to you that though. I should probably not say it live and then put my foot in my mouth again. But definitely, I definitely have. Other than the EP, I got some notable collabs coming up that I'm very excited about.
Nice, y'all heard it here first.
Yes, and once I can get confirmation that I'm like allowed to announce that, you'll be the first to know.
Sweet. And we at CarnivalSpirits would like the honor of wondering to know, would you be honored to be on our Ninjas in Action mixtape 2?
Hell yeah. Definitely do that. I got a song that would be perfect for it, actually.
Nice. And can we at CarnivalSpirits and your boy here get a shout out?
Yes, definitely. Huge shout out to CarnivalSpirits. Let's see what other shout outs to Spanish Side, shout out to CPN, Chris McCormick, Snaps, and 215 Ninjas, and just everybody that's been supportive of me. You know, it's been a crazy ride. I didn't really expect to be here right now doing all this, and it's been really magical. So y'all are the best.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
And you said you were going to Juggalo weekend, right?
That's the plan. I'm kind of doing it right now through like a more of a law of attraction than anything else. I haven't really totally figured out how I'm doing that, but I'm gonna be there, somehow.
One way or another.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it there. That's how it usually works for me. Like with all the gatherings, I never know how the hell I'm gonna make this shit happen, and then like right beforehand, I pull something out my ass and make it work. So that's probably how Juggalo Day is gonna go too.
Yeah, that's. This year with DCG Con, I'm like, come hell or high water, I'm going. There's no excuse not to go. It's in my backyard.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I want to go to DCG Con. I wanted to go last year. I don't see me making it to Vegas and Denver, but definitely Vegas is the move right now.
Well, if you're ever in Denver, hit a dude up.
I will, for sure.
We'll party like motherfuckers.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Show y'all how we Colorado people get down.
Right? Shit. I know. I feel like DC is like a little mini Colorado right now. We all ended up legalizing all the marijuana stuff, and it's just been like wild out here. But it's like really the only place that I know on the East Coast is doing it like this. So I'm like, I feel like Colorado, maybe.
It looks like we lost Dawn Chaos. This is Beastmaster, by the way. I was just
Hey, Beastmaster.
background.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for joining us. Chaos's connection was a little shoddy to begin with, so I was worried that he was going to dip out by accident.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened. I was like, I'll just sit here just in case. Comes back
I blinked and then I looked and I'm like, shit, she's all alone up here.
I'm just like,
Hell yeah. But I mean, if I can fill in for him, I'll definitely. I don't know if you got anywhere to be if you get to go back for that game or nothing.
I think the game starts at like 4. Yeah, I'm just like chilling in my friend's car at the bar.
I don't think I caught. Where are you at? What state?
I'm in Virginia, like just south of DC.
Oh, so you're right near DC. Okay,
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like where I worked was like in the city, so it was like every time I'd be like driving by the monuments all the time. Like we spoke there, like that's where we marched. It's so cool.
Right. Well, that was amazing. I mean,
yeah, so it was so nice to meet you there.
Yeah, it's likewise. One of the problems I had was that I wanted to, I've been to lots of gatherings. I've been to lots of events. Mostly when I go to events, like people recognize me and hit me up all the time, and they know me, and I don't know them. But at the march, I was like seeking out all the people I knew,
Right.
and I didn't even get to half of the motherfuckers. Like I didn't even see some of my homies that are from other states.
Yeah, there were so many people. There was such a cool experience.
So quick, like
yeah,
it was over like that.
I know. I felt bad because like people were like, I didn't get to talk to you at the march, and I was like between interviews and just like I don't know. Like I feel like I missed a lot of people at the march. I was a little disappointed, but it was such a great turnout.
Well, let me ask you this: Did you do any interviews with like any stations or production companies that we might know of that we know something's coming out?
Well, let's see. While I was there, I interviewed for like Spin, Vice. I did the Guardian beforehand. I did the Washington Post. I did Swedish public television. And I never saw my stuff for Spin and Vice. Those are the only two that I didn't really see. And then like some others like the Daily Beast. And I honestly don't know who everybody. It's funny when I Google my name, like my actual name, Laura King, and with Juggalo March next to it. There's like so many things that come up, whether it's people that I interviewed for or people that like quoted my speech, and it's like it's a little wild.
Right. I spoke to a couple people. I actually kind of didn't even try to get interviewed. Mostly, I was mostly trying to capture footage and take pictures of CarnivalSpirits. But then there was a couple people that did approach me and asked to interview me, and honestly, I don't even know who they were. I think one of them
like, sure.
was for Netflix. So whatever comes out on Netflix, I'm going to be on that one,
Oh, that's cool. I know my friends at one point were like, that guy's with Howard Stern. I was like, I'm not going up there and talking to him. They're like, it'd be cool. I was like, being on the side though. I was like, no.
Right.
Stay here.
Yeah, I think the dude who was in charge of the Vice, interviews or whatnot, I don't think he works for them anymore, and that whole thing might have gotten shit canned.
Oh, that sucks.
Because that dude actually came to our hotel. He had a sit down interview with a couple of us in our hotel, and I signed the waivers and everything, and then they all came back with the camera, and like for our little hotel after party, they wanted to see us partying. We were all just lounging, like
they're like, we're not partying right now, but
right. And and that guy Mitchell, he even spoke at the march as well, but.
Yeah, I think it was Mitch I talked to.
But I hear tell that he doesn't work for Vice anymore, and something tells me that his whole, that whole thing, that whole story is not going to come out.
It wouldn't surprise me. Like I did see something with the march for Vice, but it was not one that I spoke at. Cause I did like a long interview for them, and I didn't really none of the stuff I did was in there. I don't think I saw.
Well,
I don't know if I saw with yours in it.
Yeah, and then there was the what was it? The Discovery. Do you remember seeing that on Fagel Lovers, where it was like the Discovery Channel had this app and you could submit videos while you're on the way and stuff?
Sorry about that.
No, I did not see that. That's cool though.
Yeah, well, there was like a short video, and they did take a snippet of me saying like, "We're going to the march," and then CPN is in there too. I think CPN's the one who said, "We're going to the march." And then I said something, and because we were filming ourselves in the car going there,
Right. No, I don't think I saw that. You'll send me a link to that one. That's cool.
I'll find the video and share it with you.
Oh yeah.
But going through all the footage and all the pictures, trying to spot myself in the crowd, like
yeah,
pictures and
I
stuff.
Was doing that for a while. I did for a while. I went through and I just saved pictures of like anybody I knew that got mentioned, and I was gonna do like a whole Facebook album, and then I got lazy. So I got them somewhere. I'll put them up.
I got a video I've been meaning to put out, which is kind of like my favorite signs from the gathering. I'm sorry, from the march. Like, because there were some amazing signs.
There were some great signs out there. I didn't even make a sign. I felt kind of dumb.
I made my signs in the morning before we left the hotel, like in DC in the morning. I made all these signs and I just handed them out to everybody. And
nice.
I actually made the infamous FBI listens to Nickelback sign.
Oh, the CPN sign. Yeah.
I fucking misspelled Nickelback because I was going so fast I didn't even think about it. Like,
I don't even know how the fuck you spell Nickelback now that I think about it.
yeah, I'm glad I misspelled it because it just has that, you know. First of all, they can't come at us with any copyright shit.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. I didn't even think about that.
Anyways, Chaos, I was just coming in to, you know, fill the void while you were taking a leak or whatever you were doing.
Thank you. I was just about to tell you, fill in for me. My computer's being a piece of shit.
It happens.
It's all good, bro.
That's why I'm called Don Chaos for a fucking reason.
Chaotic mother.
Wait a minute. Who's interviewing who here?
Who's interviewing who? That is the question.
Who's on first?
Yeah.
He digresses.
Just that and the other.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we basically reached the conclusion of the interview. Now we're all just going to talk in bullshit.
I don't know if you got any questions from the chat or not. I have my eye on the chat, and I haven't really seen any good ones. Just you know, stupid questions.
I'm seeing strong triggerness in the chat.
Triggeredness?
Well, I tell you, CPN asked, where's his birthday song? But you know what? Not last year, but the year before that, I did a birthday roast rap, and he didn't even acknowledge it. So I don't know if it's worth making songs for CPN.
You know, I feel like if I got to make a song, CPN definitely ain't getting no birthday song now, motherfucker. You better ask Chuck to sing you that shit.
Hey, I actually have a track with Chuck. I'm on a cipher with him that we did back in like 2008. Because
awesome.
You know, me and him got a lot of mutual friends, and it's kind of like bittersweet to see someone be so, you know, butthurt about the one thing in my life I love, which is
right.
You know.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I feel like so many of my fans have come from him talking shit on me. People were like, "This ROXXI chick." I'm like, oh, I like her.
I can't take him seriously. He's a troll, and anytime he tries to actually intimidate, he always ends up flip flopping anyways. So it's all good.
Yeah. I feel like I said what I had to say to him. I don't really got no like major beef with him now. He's still not my favorite person. He never will be. But I ain't got no issue with dude no more.
It's not like he's the only one. I mean, out of like hundreds of juggalos that I've met, you know, at least like a third of them have kind of like lost their passion for things, and so be it. Each their own, you know. It's not like you have to be down with the clown till you're dead in the ground. It's just
no, but why take all that time to like fucking try and tear it apart? Like, if you don't like it, you don't like it. Just go ahead about your business.
Right. But you know, it's very, very hard to do that because people still want attention, and how easy to get attention when you're hating on the 800-pound gorilla, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or Harambe.
Harambe.
I'm taking it back. It's like I'm taking back the term maroon.
Maroon? Isn't that a color?
No, remember Bugs Bunny? He used to say, "What a maroon." It's another way of saying an idiot.
Like, stop trying to make fetch happen. Just kidding.
I gotta tell people, if you don't like this, there's the door. Or as I like to say, bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. I like maroon. I haven't heard that one in a while.
I'm taking that term back.
It's smart. Oh, yeah.
You're never too old for Bugs Bunny.
Shit. I'm more of a Roger Rabbit fan.
Hell yes.
There are all kinds of shit in that show.
You all in the chat knew you had a crush on Jessica Rabbit when you were younger. Don't fucking lie.
Everybody loves Jessica Rabbit.
I was going to say, like, you're Roger Rabbit's type. That's why.
That probably is why, right? I love Jessica Rabbit.
If y'all don't like redheads, there's something wrong with you.
You know. Oh, that isn't my natural color anymore. I was naturally born a redhead, but I'm getting older, so this is fake red now. But
well, it's weird because there was a trend not too long ago where girls were like dyeing their hair gray on purpose. Like that was
it's like I got enough of them coming in. Yeah, I don't need more.
It's like be patient. That shit'll happen on
be patient. Oh yeah. It does look so like super nice on some people. I just can't dye my hair any shades outside of red anymore.
Otherwise, you'd have to be like, ROXXI, so
Roxy rocks. Yeah, my friend used to call me Lifetime because she said that like my life sounded like one of those white chicks on the Lifetime movies. So she just told everybody my name was Lifetime Soul, and then my parents were hippies. So I was like, what the fuck?
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
We got a question from Brooklyn Menace. He says, "Do you prefer singing or rapping? And will your album feature both?"
I mean, I prefer singing because I'm better at singing. I like rapping because I have a lot of fun with it. The album will definitely have both. That's kind of like where I'm at. I'm stuck at a little bit because some of my stuff is like so like commercially radio friendly, and some of it is so not. So I may end up. What I'm kind of thinking about doing is doing 2 separate EPs, one with more hip hop and one with more radio friendly material. But the album, like whenever I put together like a full album later this year, it'll have both on it.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, I've just been singing for 25 plus years and rapping for, well, I mean, other than like rapping like tech stuff, like rapping on my own for less than a year now. So,
Right.
It might change later down the road, but currently definitely singing.
No, it's nice to be a jack of all trades, or that.
I have a lot of fun with it. I just, I guess like trying to find my voice, as far as like I've always rapped other people's stuff. So then when I try to rap my own stuff, trying to find like my own sound for that has been a little bit difficult.
Right. Well, Chaos already asked you if you'd like to get in on our mixtape coming out. You don't know. I mean, if you didn't know, or if anyone listening, watching doesn't know, we've been working on our mixtape for a couple of years, and one of the reasons why it's been postponed so long is that Cali Green Too Fresh has commissioned a few big names to be a part of it, and he's actually paid some money, and he's gotten stiff. There's a few artists out there that have not delivered, and it's been so long that we're wondering if we're ever going to see these verses or these tracks, and that's real discouraging when and these guys are like out there grinding and they're just ignoring our messages and emails,
Right.
So it's tough.
Hold on. I turned on something and turned off my camera. Give me 1 second.
We can still hear you though.
That works. I had low battery mode or something.
Gotcha.
I have some people maybe I can reach out to for you that respond to me pretty well.
No, we've tried a couple times. I'm not going to put anybody on blast right now because it's not my place to do so. But we definitely already have crazy, amazing tracks, some remixes, and I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but we have a dope ass cipher. So it's really going to be special when we get this mixtape out there, and it would be dope to have you be a part of it.
I would be honored to, definitely.
Hell yeah! Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah.
I think when you interviewed Fuego Flames, you asked the same of him, and he kind of said yes ambivalently. I don't really know if he knew how serious we were or not, but we've got like a track, a remix track of Craziac featuring Big Hoodoo. We've got we've got an original Bones dub track. We've got a lot of dope artists. We got a verse from Razakel before she stopped doing collabs and stuff.
I fuck with Raza. I like her shit for real. And, somebody told me once that I sounded like Razakel got stuck in a blender, and instead of like fighting to get out, she started rapping. I was like, that's an interesting way to put it.
Yeah,
right. Well, I'm fucking Razakel.
That is imaginative.
I was like, huh? I was like, can't be mad at that. Like, it's pretty creative.
Right. I think pretty soon, like within a week or so, we're gonna re-upload a music video from the Wicked One, who did submit a track for our mixtape, and then he made a music video for it. And I think it's also available on that Mission Infect double free album that came out in the beginning of the year.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's a little cross promotion, aka he gave us a track and then released it himself, but it's still going to be on our shit,
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Can't wait to hear it. Yeah, I got something that I'm actually fit pretty well for y'all, I think.
Cool.
Or I might just come up with something new. We'll see.
All right. Well, we'll be in touch about that.
Definitely.
Chaos.
I might
What
try
else?
to like move the phone so like this fucking sun stops cutting my face off.
Beeman.
Perks is sitting outside.
Beeman and 17 plus.
Yeah, I was 17 and I like that. Like 17 2.0.
You know, 17 was a thing long before 2017. Then
Oh yeah, it's funny because like my 2017 was such a weird year because like on one hand it was like, you know, I started getting like exposure and like all, like in the Juggalo scene, all this crazy good shit happened for me, but like at the same time my whole personal life was just like falling the fuck apart. So I mean, like overall it was a good year. It's a lot best I can say for it.
that's kind of how it works, though. I mean, the
Yeah.
peaks and valleys, and you know, a lot of juggalos out there are normal ass people that deal with the same ass shit that everyone else that our performers deal with, and you don't even realize it unless you get a window into their life, or they're kind of candid on social media, you know.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
But I got a question for you with your tattoos. You seem to got a lot of cool tattoos and stuff, and you kind of like sleeved and everything. Are you still going, or are these just from the past?
Well, currently I don't have tattoo money right now.
Right.
Trying to get this album out, but I definitely right now mostly I'm trying to like fix up some of my old shit and do some cover ups. Like I used to date a tattoo artist. So I was like the guinea pig a lot. So some of my tattoos are really good and some of them are like really trash. So I've been trying to like go back and just tighten everything up. I got a couple more pieces I want. There's I'm running out of room though. I have 52 total now. So I think I'm gonna do like my ribs and maybe a little bit more on my legs. And after that, it's pretty much just fixing up old shit.
Cover ups and touch ups.
Yeah. My whole arm has been like I've covered my arm up like 2-3 times now. So it kind of.
Now we got a question from Brooklyn Mess. He said, "Will you consider your music to be in the Juggalo genre?"
Some of it. Overall, probably not. I definitely do try to keep certain songs that I feel like my Juggalo fan base would appreciate more. Overall, I'm more of like an indie pop singer than anything else, which probably would be my biggest genre.
That's good.
Tag Team ROXXI.
Yes. Yeah, it's been a little weird. That's why it was kind of funny when Blase and I got into it. I was like, honey, we're totally different kinds of artists. I don't know. Nothing wrong with that.
It kind of blew me away when I heard your track to Blase, and then I realized that that's the same face that's on the Juggalo March website.
I probably should have thought that.
You're welcome. I'm the one that showed him that track. I'm like, dude, check this out.
Shit. I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's start some shit up real quick.
You know, but it didn't stop you from getting in that booth and doing some vocals, with Jay.
It might have had they realized ahead of time.
Oh, really?
Maybe. I think that was like one of the things afterward that caused so much drama.
Well, I don't know what the deal is, but I can tell you this: we've actually gotten ourselves blocked from Blase on Instagram and Facebook for no good reason, for real. And it's really just because we shared the wrong picture, and maybe I honestly don't even know, but I
think tried that Playboy shirt and stuff.
I'm sorry, what, Chaos?
I said I think it was that Playboy the Beast picture that he was doing in promotion for that track.
Yeah, I know. I was being coy. I know what it is I shared, and she didn't like it. But it's like, what? How is it that you can't even like share an image? Like, it doesn't mean, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sharing an image. It's not like I'm promoting the diss track. FYI, I didn't even know what it was because that image came out 2 days before the track, and I thought maybe it was a collab between Playboy the Beast and Blase. I don't know. She was on his lap.
Well, I promised I wouldn't. I promised the people I wouldn't go after her no more, talk over shit on her. So I can't really say too much, but
Yeah,
I can see
no,
that
I'm not
happening.
asking you to go. I'm just saying.
No, I just probably would under other different circumstances.
Sure. Well, if Blase ever watches this, we weren't trying to be haters. At least I wasn't. We're actually a Juggalo fan site that we want to support artists of all kinds. It's just with all the hate raining down from all angles, it's kind of hard to tell who's
Really
hating,
hard.
who isn't.
Yeah, I've supported the wrong thing before. I've been like, oh, just kidding.
Yeah, trust me. I feel you on that.
And Juggalo Dog now wants to know who your favorite psychopathic artist is and why.
Well, I mean, ICP has always been, my favorite. I really like Shaggy's solo stuff a lot, but I'm a big Light fan. Maybe because he's a chopper too, and so that's kind of like my shit. I think that he's got a ton of talent, and I'm really excited to see what he does in the future. But definitely, I'm very much Team Light right now.
He puts it down live.
Yeah, and it's funny because with Ouija, I didn't think that I liked his music until I saw him live at the March, and I was like, oh, it's just pretty lit. And then the Cypher came out, and I was like, oh, okay. So,
yeah, that Juggalo Love Cypher was amazing. His verse.
Oh my god, that whole Cypher was crazy. But yeah, the Young Riders right now are killing it. I fuck with Light and Ouija pretty hard.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope they do form a group. I think they'd sound dope together.
Right.
Well, I just hope they both stick around long enough to put out an LP.
Yeah, very definitely. I think they will. I think that, honestly, it's funny, the whole beef with M&E and everything. I feel like in the end, it ended up being a really good thing. I love the music that Psychopathic has put out since all the beef started. I feel like it really motivated both sides to put their best foot forward musically, and I love seeing how Psychopathic has been developing here, especially within 2017. I'm excited to see what they're going to do this year.
That's how I was. I was like, yeah, the bullshit beat got crazy last year, but you can't say that good music didn't come out of it from both sides.
Exactly. Yep. No, that's pretty much how I am. I feel like it kind of was like the spark or the catalyst that we needed in the underground at the time to really set some shit off. It was getting kind of boring. And then it was all this beef. It was just beautiful.
Looks like CPN wants to know if you like the song by Kelly Clarkson called Addicted.
I fucking love that song.
So do I.
Yes, I do. I can't sing the whole thing. It's a little outside of my range. It's like that. It's like you're a drug. It's like you're a demon I can't face down. Some shit like that. I don't remember the words. But it's a good ass song. For sure. I love Kelly Clarkson.
I'm more of a Taylor Swift guy myself.
Taylor Swift. I like Taylor. I like Rihanna a lot. Rihanna's my shit.
Come on, Chaos. Who's your favorite? Come clean.
Out of who?
All the pop stars. I like Katy Perry a lot. Katy Perry is my shit.
Well, Katy Perry is good, but I'm also into her on another level besides musically.
I don't know if this makes
my biggest crush. I'm like, oh my lord.
I feel like Katy Perry's too good. She's a little too good. I don't know.
Katy Perry's gotten weird lately, but I love her old stuff. She did a song way back called Circle the Drain, and it was about her, and she was dating the lead singer from Gym Class Heroes, and he was a total pillhead, and she wrote this song about how he was falling asleep when they were fucking, and how he was just this mess, and just put him on blast. And it was just all about addiction, and it sounded so much like my ex at the time. I was just like, yes, that motherfucker. I love Katy Perry.
Now CPN said he wants you to sing that Kelly Clarkson song to him instead of the birthday song.
All right. I can do the whole thing. It's a little out of my range. I can do the
he just wants a happy birthday, Mr. President moment, I think.
Well,
we all do.
I understand that. Well, maybe he shouldn't have fucking put me in a hoe into a housewife contest with Chuck as my husband. He'd have gotten that song. Sorry, it's shit.
Mm.
Yeah. Next year. Maybe next year. I will totally sing some Kelly Clarkson though. I'll do a cover of that.
Y'all heard it here first.
Yeah, right, 3 months from now they're gonna be like, where's this cover? I'm like, I'm getting there.
It's like
Yeah,
it's like Detox. It's not ever coming out. It's an urban legend.
Yeah, I feel like everybody in this parking lot thinks I'm filming them because I'm like holding the camera up, like moving it around to try and like not catch the sun, and everyone's just looking at me like I'm just sitting here steady filming them all.
Just holler, Snapchat.
Like, World Star. Bitch, if you hit the strap. Yeah.
I should have shouted that when those guys stole that wallet.
You know, I was like, what are y'all doing with that? They're like, oh, we're going to take it inside. Then they just took the fuck off. I was like, oh.
Yeah, you missed it, TJ. There was a live jacket in the background.
Like, welcome to DC.
You know, there's a couple of times where I like to fuck around at a show. I had this spare wallet, just an empty extra wallet. And I put in a note in the wallet that says, we're watching you. And I just like drop it on the floor in the venue. And then hang out and see who picks it up and watch them and watch them grab it, watch them look around guilty, watch them open it and see their expression when they see what's inside. Like, uh-oh.
Oh, that's so funny. I like that a lot.
Thank you for giving me ideas.
Right? Like, I still want to do that shit now. That's a cute wallet, too.
The only thing better than that is the old, dollar bill on a fishing string trick, and then you like yank it right when they're about to grab it on the ground.
I never one of those. I did find like a 20 on the ground at like a theme park once, and I was like, oh, right. And I like opened it up, and like it was just like a 20 on the ends, and on the inside, it was just like a giant middle finger. I was like, what the fuck?
And of course, that asshole probably ripped the end of a real $20 bill. It was like a $20
right.
gag, Like,
I was like, yeah, joke's on you, motherfucker.
He's still out $20.
Right. Fuck it. But what time is it? It's not playoffs time, is it? I think it's still got like an hour.
Who's all even playing today?
I think the Patriots are playing. I saw a lot of people in my area wearing jerseys.
Yeah.
Patriots are playing the Titans, and Atlanta is playing Philadelphia. Yep. I'm rocking the Raiders just so people know what they'll be seeing next year, hopefully. Playoffs time. 1 year, maybe.
That's crazy. After all these years, the Raiders are now going to be in Vegas.
I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about it. I think that we picked up Gruden just in time. It'll be hopefully he comes through for us, but it'll be like a lot of like positive publicity as we like start into a new territory with Vegas and shit. But I won't get started on football. I'll talk football all day. It's my shit.
Like how
this dude here, he's like, fake money in a wallet and watch them try to spend it. Yeah, but if you're in a shitty venue, they'll probably get away with it and have a free drink. You know?
I've seen people do that. I knew so. Never mind. It's illegal. Just kidding. It's gonna tell a funny story. Maybe not. I knew somebody who did something like that though, and he would always say it always work out for him.
I remember the very first time I went to a rave. It was the year 2000, and I'm young. I'm in my 20s. I'm at a rave in New Hampshire, and it was the first time I ever saw a new $100 bill where the image wasn't in the center, but it's larger on the side. And
right.
We were all on drugs, and we're looking at this $100 bill like, is this fucking real? This can't be real. Like, we've never seen this before. It's like the wrong circumstances to see a new bill, you know?
Right. Like, they're fucking with me right now. Oh, shit. I'm about to lose battery on y'all.
Well, it's all good. Thanks for doing the interview. Chaos, way to go, brother. And
Thank you.
everyone else, thanks for watching.
Oh yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Oh.
Get with me about that about the mixtape.
I will. Hey, do you mind giving us a drop like this is ROXXI Red, you're watching Carnival Spirits that we can use in the video?
For sure. Right. This is ROXXI Red and you're watching Carnival Spirits. Such as Carnival funny. This is ROXXI Red and you're watching Carnival Spirits. I'm like, Carnival?
Sweet.
Awesome. Much love, Roxy. Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go. Broadcast.
Okay. Bye.
See you.
See ya.
All right, way to go, Chaos. Another interview in the can.
How'd I do on that one?
Could have done better. No, I'm just kidding. You did great, man.
Right, even though I was having more.
And then he's gone. I say Chaos did great, but his internet connection sucks. So I think we're gonna call this a video. I don't have anything else to say. I wasn't even supposed to be here. I'm not even supposed to be here today. All right, much love, Juggalos. Make sure you check out CarnivalSpirits.com and always remember to fuck the fuck off. See ya.